Good evening, everyone. A very warm welcome to each and every one of you joining us today. My name is Sanaya, and it is my pleasure to welcome you all on behalf of the IEEE CodeX Sri Lanka team. We are really excited to have you here for what promises to be an informative and inspiring evening. Tonight, we are kicking off with something big, the official awareness session for the IEEE CodeX Sri Lanka session series. This is your gateway to two of the most prestigious global programming competitions, IEEEXtreme and ICPC. Whether you're someone just stepping into the world of competitive programming or someone looking to level up your skills, this session is designed to give you full picture of what, why, and how of everything ahead. To get us started officially, I'd now like to invite Thamidu, the chairperson of IEEE CodeX Sri Lanka, to give you a proper introduction to the CodeX initiative and what makes this journey truly unique.
Yeah, am I audible? Thank you, Sana. Am I audible?
Yes, yeah.
Thank you. Uh, Hi, everyone. It's great to see so many of you here today. Let me introduce you to IEEE CodeX Sri Lanka, a national initiative under IEEE Sri Lanka section. Our mission is to create a strong and supportive community of students who are passionate about competitive programming and problem solving. But CodeX is not just about coding fast or solving hard problems. It's about a build. It's about building a learning ecosystem, one where you can grow with others, learn with peers, and develop real-world skills that go beyond just programming. Yes. What is it? Who should attend? One of our core initiatives this year is IEEE Codex Session Series, a 12-week virtual workshop program launching from today onwards. This series goes beyond traditional lectures. Each week, we'll dive deep into essential topics in data structures and algorithms, including recursion, dynamic programming, graphs, and trees. In addition to technical concepts, we'll also focus on non-technical skills such as time management, team collaboration, and strategic thinking. Are you ready to level up? These sessions are specifically designed to prepare you for IEEE 19.0 and ICPC, in other words, in International Collegiate Programming Contest 2026 competitions. And they are not just theory. They are hands-on, exciting, competitive, and include prize opportunities, led by people who actually been in these competitions and won. Behind all, behind this, all, behind all this, our dedicated organizing committee, a passionate team of volunteers working hard to give the best possible experience. This initiative, driven by CodeX Sri Lanka team and IEEE Sri Lanka section, is supported by IEEEXtreme Sri Lanka section leadership, who joined forces with us to make this a success. Now we are pleased to introduce our organizing committee. And serving as IEEEXtreme Sri Lanka section lead, Kavita Ranasinghe is helping us to shape the direction of CodeX 2025. As the IEEEXtreme co-lead, Ashwini Jayaman has been instrumental aligning efforts between CodeX and IEEEXtreme vision. Thank you once again for being here. I hope you'll join us with this exciting journey and make the most what CodeX has to offer. Back to you, Sana.
Thank you so much, Thamidu, for that wonderful introduction to CodeX. Now that you have a clear idea of what CodeX is and why it's special, let's look at one of the most exciting parts of this journey, the IEEE Extreme competition. To give you an inside look to what makes Extreme such a globally respected challenge and why you should be a part of it, I'd like to welcome Kavidu, the IEEE Extreme Sri Lanka section lead.
So hi, thank you, Sana, And hi everyone. So at the moment, I won't be able to turn on camera. So sorry for that. And yeah. So anyways, so let's talk about the IEEE Extreme. It's one of the most exciting coding competitions in the world, and it's 24 hours global programming competition. Like where university students from the all around the world compete online in teams like to solve the algorithmic problems. And what makes it so special is it is not just about staying up all night, and it's about testing your limits, working closely with your team, and learning how to approach real-time yourself and improve your skills and be recognized in both locally and globally. So I think most of the people will be in the global and the section ranks in the end of this article extreme. So the CodeX session series has been carefully designed to help you prepare for this challenge. On top of the core sessions, we are also hosting a dedicated session series where we'll be going through the past IEEE extreme problems and the theory discussions as well, helping you understand about the pattern and the strategies to be succeed in IEEE Extreme 19.0. So why we should join IEEE Extreme is because it's more than a competition, it's a launch pad for all of us. Whether you want to build your resume, improve your logic, or connect with others across the globe, IEEE Extreme is a perfect opportunity and a place to grow for your resume. So back to Senaya. Thank you.
Thank you, Kavinder. That was really inspiring. Now let's talk about another major competition that you may have heard of. ICPC 2026, the International Collegiate Programming Contest. It is one of the most prestigious contests out there for university students. To walk us through the ICPC journey here in Sri Lanka, I'd now like to invite Dineth, the Public Visibility Vice Chair of IEEE CodeX Sri Lanka, to take the virtual stage.
Yeah, thank you, Senaya. Hi everyone. So let's talk about ICPC. This is the world's biggest university level programming contest, and it has a long and proud tradition. Moving on, here in Sri Lanka, our selection process for ICPC involves two phases. We'll conduct an online session, and then shortlist the strong teams. Then the selected teams will be invited to a physical competition where the top performing teams will be chosen to represent Sri Lanka on the international stage. So, being part of ICBC is not just a feather in your cap. It's a chance to build real teamwork, compete at a global level, and open your doors for future. And the best part, so the CodeX session series will give you the right foundation to train and perform well both in ICPC as well as IEEE Extreme. So thank you everyone, and back to you, Senaya.
Thank you so much, Dineth. Now that we've heard of how Codex links to both IEEE Extreme and ICPC, let's take a closer look at what you'll actually learn in the upcoming Codex sessions. For that, I'm happy to hand it over to Ashwini, the IEEE Extreme Sri Lanka section co-lead, to walk us through the technical and training side of the session series.
Thank you, Sanaya. So, hi everyone, let's talk about what's coming on your way. So, the Codex session series is a carefully crafted 12-week workshop program open to coding enthusiasts, undergraduates, and anyone who's interested in competitive programming. Each week, we'll be holding two online sessions lasting around 1.5 hours to 2 hours, one focusing on technical content and the other dedicated to discussion-based learning. The session will be led by past winners and experienced mentors, so you'll be learning from people who know the game inside out. So we'll be covering data structures and algorithms from the simple topics like time and space complexity, arrays, sorting algorithms, binary search, etc., to complex topics like greedy algorithms, recursion, backtracking, dynamic programming, graph theory, and whatnot. But we also know that technical skills alone aren't enough for competitions. So that's why we're also including a non-technical sessions to cover important skills like time management, working as a team, and strategic planning. Exact skills you need for a 24-hour coding marathon like Extreme or in real world projects as well. So let's look at our roadmap. This is how we're planning to guide you in these 12 weeks of power-packed learning. You can have a look. Okay, so one more interesting thing to say, the code forces context. So if you go into this site, code forces, here you can see the contests. And if I give a little bit of details about what all these contests are about, we will be hosting weekly contests on code forces throughout the program. So these contests are not only a great way to sharpen your problem-solving skills, but they also open an engaging and competitive environment that pushes you to think fast, perform under pressure, just like real-world competitions. Each week, you'll be competing on a global leaderboard alongside 1,000 programmers from around the world. To recognize your efforts locally in a Sri Lanka level, we'll also be releasing a flyer showing the weekly leaderboard featuring the top 5 performance within our community. So to keep everything in sync, we'll be collecting your code forces handles as well. So be sure to fill the forms, which we'll be releasing the group soon after the session ends. Okay, so that's about code forces. And in addition to that, addition to the ranking, we'll be evaluating the consistency and commitment over these weeks. Those who show sustained participation and improvement will receive e-certificates as a token of recognition. We strongly encourage you to make the most of this opportunity, not just to practice, but to grow, to stay motivated, and challenge yourself in a truly competitive settings. Also, some great news. At the end of the 12-week series, the top 3 participants in our leaderboard will be receiving special awards in recognition of their outstanding performance. Participants who attend all sessions will also be receiving an official e-certificate. And most importantly, you'll become a part of a growing community of like-minded students who support each other. Throughout our dedicated community building platform, similar to Reddit, you can join discussions, share ideas, collaborate. We'll be providing the link shortly to help you access the platform and get involved. Whether you're just starting or already comfortable with competitive programming, there's something valuable for you here with us in our program. So everyone is welcome. Hope to see you there. Yes, that's it from me, and back to you, Sanaya.
Thank you so much, Ashwini, for that clear and exciting breakdown. And now we are thrilled to unveil something we've been working on, the official CodeX Sri Lanka website. Let's take a moment to watch the launch video and see what's in store. If you want to know more details about the IEEEXtreme, ICPC, or CodeX Sri Lanka, you can visit the official website by scanning this QR code. Now we are going to open up the floor for a short Q&A session. If you have any questions about the sessions, the competitions, how to form your team, or even how to stay motivated, feel free to drop them through the provided Q&A platform link. Our team is here to help and will also share some of their personal experiences.
So there's one question asking, why are there 2 sessions each week? Won't a single longer session be more efficient? The answer is, so you can choose. If you are sort of proficient in theory and you just want a practical experience, you can choose to skip the theory session and join the hands-on session, and vice versa. So that's the main reason.
Also, there's another question that a lot of people seem to be interested in. Do we have to be a IEEE member to participate in these sessions?
The answer is no. This is open to anyone who's interested in competitive programming. We will be focusing on IEEEXtreme as well as ICPC. So if you are interested in any of those competitions or in competitive programming in a general principle, you're welcome to join.
And another question is, how do we get Codeforce handles? Do we have to join respective IEEE branches in the respective university?
Fernando, would you like to answer that?
Yeah, you don't have to join any student branch or anything. Like you just have to register for code forces and just drop your handle in the form, your share form after the session. So I think that will cover that question.
Also, there's another question. What makes ICPC and IEEEXtreme different from regular hackathons or coding competitions?
Yeah, Shinya, I think you might be good for this one.
Okay, so I think it's one of the oldest competitions to have access, because in the sense of competitive programming, IEEE, as the name itself says, it's 19.0, so that's like continuously happening for 19 years, and I guess the same for ICPC as well. So this is sort of where the foundation of competitive programming happened. So I guess that's what makes IEEE and ICPC so special. Sort of because like any I would say like most of the competitive programming that's happening right now was based on IEEE and ICPC. That's sort of like the foundation. So yeah, that's why it makes it special. And also about IEEE, where else would you get the chance to like spend 24 hours in your university?
There seem to be a lot of questions about team forming. So one wants to know, can the team consist of members from different universities?
Yeah, I'll go for this one. For code forces, code forces is an individual platform to you perform individually. Like code forces, weekly contests are happening online. Like they are doing it. Like we are not involved in those competitions. You can register and participate in those weekly contests and come up with the leaderboard position. So if you are in the top ranking positions, we will display you in a flyer. And if you are consistent, then we will evaluate you and give you prizes. So if you are talking about code forces, that's the thing. And if you are talking about IEEE Extreme, Ashwini, would you like to go from that?
Yeah, so in IEEE, you do have to be in the same university. That's so it's like it's happened sort of like university wise. So if your university has an IEEE student branch, you can join the competition and form a team of 3 members and join. Yeah.
Right, there's another interesting question. What are the basic requirements to participate? Are basic coding skills sufficient?
Yes, actually, for this session, it's the whole purpose is to sort of like polish up anyone's coding skills. So yes, if you have the basic coding skills, yes, that's already an advantage. You can join and learn throughout the sessions and participate as well.
Yeah, I think we can wrap up the session. All right, thank you everyone for all the amazing questions and for being such an engaged audience. And with that, the awareness session of CodeX session series comes to a close. A heartfelt thank you to all the enthusiastic participants and everyone working tirelessly behind the scenes. Before we wrap things up, here are your next steps. First, join our community groups. We have launched our website where you can register for the session series and access all the resources in one place. Our WhatsApp and Discord links are being shared in the chat. These are the best places to stay updated, ask questions, and meet other participants. Also, our social media QR codes are now displayed on the screen, so feel free to scan them and join our platforms instantly. Next, mark your calendars for July 5th. That is when our first workshops kick off. Finally, invite your friends. This is open to all IEEE student members in Sri Lanka, and the more the merrier. So bring your teammates along. Remember, this isn't just a workshop series. It's a chance to grow, challenge yourself, and connect with a powerful community that's here to support your journey. We are really looking forward to seeing you in our upcoming sessions. Until then, keep learning, keep coding, and don't forget to have fun along the way. I'm Sinaya signing off as your moderator for today's session from the IEEE CodeX Sri Lanka team. Thank you once again and good night.